Hello, and welcome back to another Three is Too Many. Tonight, we're going to talk about a friend of mine, a guy who should be much, much bigger than he is. For whatever reason, this guy hasn't made a big impact yet, but he's going to. He's a funny dude. I met him through Twitter, which is crazy that I actually met someone on social media who wasn't a douchebag. Actually, the exact opposite with this guy. I first ran into him on Twitter. He has a hilarious Twitter. If you don't follow this guy, please jump on there on social media and follow this guy. All of his immigrant mom, Greek mom bits are hilarious, top notch. We're going to run a couple of them here in just a second. I'll show you the kind of work that drew me into listening to his stand-up in the first place. Until a few years ago, about 5 years ago, when I moved up here to Portland, I probably wouldn't have been friends with him. Well, first off, I was never on Twitter. I didn't even know there really was such a thing. But besides that, I was a dumb, ignorant redneck, and I didn't know my ass from a hole in the wall. And it's funny because now 5 years later, I live up here, and my best friend is literally a gay midget. Who's a Trump supporter. Who knows? And he's married to a Mexican. Hopefully we're going to get him here this weekend, and we'll talk to him about his stance on things. This is why he's a great guy. Because when I was first coming on in Twitter, and when I first got on, I was first deciding whether or not I was going to get into doing comedy. And I was first starting to think about going to open mics and stuff like that. He was the only one. And this guy, he's got thousands of followers on Twitter, and he messaged me back and said, because I was asking for a little bit of advice, and he talked to me in the DMs and was like, hey, go for it. When's the next open mic? Go do it. And I told him where I was going, and he shot me back encouragement on it. And then later that night, he hit me up. He's like, how'd it go? And I told him, those kind of things. It was amazing. You always hear about it later on. You hear these guys on Joe Rogan, and you hear these guys on different podcasts talking about, oh yeah, I remember when you helped me out when I was first coming up and so. And now they're both big and famous comedians, and you always try to think back of that part where when Bert Kreischer was working at the door at the Boston Comedy Club, you know what I'm saying? When he was a doorman. I mean, of course, he'd already been on TV and all that, but you think back to relationships that are made at that point, connections and stuff, and 20 years from now, we're telling this story about how I met this guy on Twitter, and he encouraged me to go start up doing open mics and stuff. He's a great comedian. He's got a ton of work on his YouTube. He's got like 30-something videos of just different sets and stuff he had. All the Greek mom videos are there, so you don't have to scroll through 8,000 Twitter posts to find him. You can go straight to his YouTube. They're all there. I edited just a couple of little clips, but there's so many. You can watch them for 20-30 minutes worth of just 1-minute videos of him doing fantastic stuff, impersonations of his mom. And every holiday, and how she reacts to every holiday. Easter, Thanksgiving, whatever it is, the coronavirus, you name it, she reacted to it. And every one of them was pretty good.
Why don't you want to be a lawyer? Why don't you want to be a doctor? Why don't you want to marry a Greek girl? I didn't come to America so you can follow your dreams. In my village, we didn't have gay people. You should come to church. You'll meet a nice Greek girl. Ella, eat something. You look too skinny. You look a little fat. We have to go. You're not dressed yet. We have to go. Come on, get dressed. We have to be there at 3 o'clock. We have to be there at 2 o'clock. What are you doing? We didn't take a shower yet. We have to be there at 1 o'clock. We RSVP'd. We have to be there at 12 p.m. You're not wearing that. Why? Because it's embarrassing. You're going to embarrass me in front of your dear Stella. Don't say anything about her lazy eye. The bride is a little fat, but don't say anything, okay? Did you print the directions on MapQuest? Ella, everybody get in the car. We have to be there at 11 a.m. We have to go. If you have to go to the bathroom, go now. We're not stopping for you. I'm just going to smoke a cigarette before we leave. Constellis,
So, unfortunately, right in the middle of filming this, Shell had to take off for an emergency for the kids, which really is heartbreaking because she wanted to react to this special especially. She really enjoyed it. Gus, she told me to tell you personally that she's a big fan of yours now. She gave you a 9 out of 10, of course, because of the recommendability. Can't really recommend it to kids. Talking about having taking the 9-inch schlong kind of fucking ruins it for the children. But she gave you that. I'm not gonna hold nobody else up, man. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 for the exact same reason. Marked it down 1 point on the recommendability. We're gonna score it as always on 5 categories. We got the jokes, we got the stories, we got the recommendability, we got the replayability, and we got the overall. He killed it on the jokes, of course. Punchline. This dude kills it. Yeah, one of the better joke writers. He's got that New York style. He keeps you going. Boom, 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 boom. Joke after joke after joke. Top tier. The stories, excellent. The immigrant stories, anything to do with his mother, golden. Anything to go growing up as an immigrant, golden. All those things, a great stories about his dad. His dad is hilarious. You guys will definitely enjoy that. So I gave him 2 out of 2 on the jokes, best possible score. Stories, 2 out of 2. Obviously, recommendability, give him the 1 out of 2 because I can't recommend it for children, so it's not for every audience, but any adult that isn't, a redneck incel, I would recommend this for. Some people just ain't gonna like it just because they're dumbasses. I don't know. You can't help everybody. Replayability. Well, I've seen this special myself about 4 times, so I'm gonna go ahead and attest to the fact that you can watch this anytime you want to have a good time, laugh, and get your overall spirit picked up. Overall, excellent. Of course, he shot it in the comedy club. He's still coming up. It's well done. You can definitely, it's not a Netflix special, but who cares? You can hear it. The volume's good. The crowd was excellent that night. I really liked it. It was a great vibe. I hope someday I have a set as good as that to put on film and show people. So for me, it's 9 out of 10. Recommended as always. Huge fan. I'm watching anything he ever puts out. So his name alone will get a click from me. I recommend him all to you guys. Shell says good night. I say good night. Good night. Go check out Gus. Follow him on the Twitter. Watch his videos and shit.